So you're saying you've heard, and I'm not mad at you. I mean, you care, you're calling in. You've heard people have seen these things. Why do we always talk about what some lady told somebody or what somebody heard? They have been doing this since the 20s. It's now admitted. Jordan?
Yeah, I mean, it's there in the magazines and all of their reference works published by the U.S. Publishing companies that publish the documents out of Washington. They're telling you in your face. But most people don't read anyway because, and I understand why most people are not interested in this kind of thing, because it really doesn't, in the final analysis, this kind of information doesn't have anything to do with basketball.
Well, exactly. They think they're so self-centered that they think they're saving themselves by not caring when they're letting the evil win, and they're destroying themselves by being selfish little pig people.
Well, I know, but that's the human race.
Graham, I'm sorry for interrupting you. Make your point.
No, it's okay. I wasn't trying to imply that it wasn't. I wasn't trying to imply at all that it wasn't realistic to crossbreed.
No, I know that.
No, I know, but we wanted you to, but for people listening, laughing at us, we wanted those schmucks to know we're warning them. That, I mean, listen, I had a guy 8 years ago at a Conan's Pizza poke me in the arm and get in my face and call me a liar about spider goats.
Yeah.
It's all over the news. I had the head of the company on. They got labs all over Texas and New York, part spider, part goat, and the bastard told me I'm a liar, and he told me he had a degree in biology. He's in denial. Sorry, go ahead.
You're right. I know.
I just wanted to talk specifically. I mean, I kind of, when David Icke started talking about reptilians and stuff, I sort of kind of turned it off because it didn't seem like he was talking about like them being, you know, from the underworld or something, and it seemed really out there, and I felt like it might have been some disinformation that they were trying to mix in with truth.
But see, I go off what we can prove. Jordan goes off what you can prove. I'm not knocking David. I'm not here to get into that. The point is he'll say some lady turned into a reptoid in front of me. Well, why not just go to the fact that they admit they're creating reptoid humans?
That's right.
Well, why not just actually
give that?
Yeah, I mean,
that's a whole subject in itself that I'd like to get into in relation to the Bible, because there's a lot of stuff in the Bible talking about that exact
Genesis
subject.
Sounds like genetic engineering. It's
right,
describing it.
But thank you for the call.
Yeah, thank you for the call. Really great points, Graham. It just frustrates me because we're eating cross species every day.
I know that, of course.
You know, the public doesn't. I just keep telling them. Yeah. Ben in New York, you're on the air.
Hi, Alex. Huge fan, long-term fan, a subscriber to PrisonPlanet.com. I had one comment to make really quick, and then I'll ask a question to both of you guys really quick. The comment, first of all, was I've been reading Tex Maher's book, Circle of Intrigue, recently, and it talks about how there's an inner circle, 10 members possibly of that, and that there could be an 11th eventually. If Jordan has any comments about that group, I'll ask him.
Yeah, I've had people, high-level military, high-level government, and others high-level government tell me that there is a ruling council and that there is an empty chair at the end of it, and they believe an entity is in it. Jordan, have you gotten that information?
That's exactly what I've heard. Same thing, that they believe that there is another entity in the room, and they leave an open chair for it. Yeah, I've heard that many times from people. A lot of things I've heard that we can't talk about on the air, but a lot of strange stuff going on in the world. Yeah,
at least we know the elite believes it. Bottom line, they believe it. Let's go.
Well, I was going to add one thing really quick. It was also I noticed incidentally that the Golden Dawn members include Aleister Crowley, Bram Stoker.
Yeah, there's millions of fake low-level groups.
That's right.
Okay, and there's all these wannabes and a bunch of arrogant people, egomaniacs who think they're getting all this power. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, but that very term, Golden Dawn.
See, the rising sun.
That's right. It's all part of a very, as I said, a very legitimate, de jure, real, magical system in operation that has been in operation for thousands of years, and the people, generally speaking today, have no idea in the world what these symbols actually mean and where they've come from.
Well, we're going to have to get you back up. I know you're up in 2 weeks, but we can't wait on this. It's too important to cover. Anything else, Ben?
Well, one last thing I was going to ask regarding this circle of intrigue and the issues around that is, Jordan, do you think there's actually a connection with this inner circle to the British Royals? Or
right
at the top, man.
Is there? That's like asking if the Pope is Catholic.
That's the head of the Germanic Zionist cult.
That's right. It's a Teutonic cult. And they're promoting something called Zionism, which has nothing to do with being Jewish.
Well, they also want to carry out their New World Order in the name of the Jews because they want to kill the Jews because they want to put themselves in that place.
That's right. And so I've said so many times, Christians use the word Christ but have no idea in the world what the word Christ means. Therefore, if you don't know what Christ means, then you're never going to understand what an antichrist would be. An anti does not mean to be against.
Okay.
Antichrist does not mean against Christ. It means to be in the place of Christ, a substitute in the place of Christ, because in the ancient Greek language, anti was a word which means to be in the place of,
counterfeit.
not against.
Counterfeit.
That's exactly, a counterfeit.
Yeah, let's go ahead and talk, and that's what the globalists are masters of, and they have the whole public hypnotized. More and more I realize they've done studies. People are many times more suggestible and easily hypnotized now by street hypnotists than they were, and it's because they're in an admitted lower brainwave. You can prove this. They're in a sleeping brainwave.
You're right.
They sleep. That's what they say in They Live with John Carpenter. You know, we sleep, they live.
You're right.
They're really alive. They're seeing things. They're living. We're alive. That's why they hate us that fight them, because we're actually alive too.
No, I know.
And we're trying to unlock the slaves so we can save ourselves. Hurry, unkey yourself. God, they're destroying us. And they're just drooling like,
Well, go and watch that movie with
Rowdy Piper.
Taylor, Time Machine, the old original Time Machine. Get the movie and watch it.
The Morlocks and the Eloi.
That's it.
By some sick twist of fate, they were the masters, we were the slaves.
Yep.
Let's go ahead. Greg in New Jersey, you're on there. I got to move really fast now. Go ahead.
Hi, gents. I really appreciate the show and letting me on. And this is for the guest, if I had one of his books or one document that he could share with me that I could help convince my friends and family that I'm not crazy, what would that be?
I think if you go on my website to the home page, the book called Occult Theocracy. Occult Theocracy is just a reference book on all of the secret societies around the world, where they come from. It's just a reference book, so people can see for the first time.
JordanMaxwell.com. We got to move fast and put a couple in, and I've got to go. Let me just say this in relation to them laughing at you. You know, that is their insecurity. That's their pre-programming, and it's pearls before swine. If somebody really is arguing and debating and getting mad, talk to them. That means that, but move on. A lot of times family doesn't respect family. If they want to giggle at you, move on, man. You're trying to give them something special. And let me tell you, as soon as you got that attitude of, hey, Mac, that's fine, be an ignoramus. But when you're like, I know this sounds crazy, but, I mean, that's what I found. I found that when you grovel to them, they just laugh at you. But if you just tell them, hey, I'm warning you about something serious, they may listen. Jordan?
Well, I know. You're right.
Half our movement spends half its time,
of course,
just debating who's good and who's not and who's this and who's that. Folks, we're under biological and chemical attack.
No doubt about
it. And whatever group it is, we better start waking the cattle up fast. Okay, I'm moving ultra fast now. Joe in Philly.
Hey, Alex, how are you?
Good, go.
Hey, I'm a Prison Planet TV member.
Thank you.
Jordan, I listen to you all the time. I lived in Washington, D.C. for 25 years. I was in banking for 23 years. I was a regulator for 8 years. Trust me, I know what you're saying is the truth, and I would love to speak to you offline.
Well, you got my phone number. Just go on my website.
But
no, I mean, it was Eyes Wide Shut, occultism. That's what you saw. That's what you saw, wasn't it, sir?
Look at you know what
it
that
is.
was.
Well, we know, don't we know what goes on, brother?
Yep.
Let me tell you this. These people don't stop.
Well, I know that.
There is no backing down. These people don't back down.
I understand that. You know, so what? I understand.
Yeah, we don't either.
So, Alex, I need to speak to you offline, and you, Jordan, offline.
Okay. Well, like I said, you've got my phone number on my website. Call me when you wish.
I do go to your website. I'm a secret admirer of you for about a year.
Well, listen, it's right there, sir. In the interest of time, call me back tomorrow. My contact info's here. Send me an email. I mean, the point is that I know Hollywood people, banking people, they're all, basically either don't like the New World Order and know it's a cult, or they're a cult and start telling you how great Lucifer is. I mean, believe me, that's what I mean. The public has no idea, and you're saying, listen, I know, I've been around the elite. I know, that's what's crazy. We're trying to warn these people. Dave in Colorado, fast.
Hi, Alex. We talked on June the 13th, and I'm so happy to be able to talk to Jordan for just 1 second. I just want to ask, what's the best resource material on the Bohemian Grove in your work or anybody else's in terms of the occult history, where they get their rituals, whatever you've got? What's
all
the
right.
best?
Alex has all the best stuff on Bohemian Grove. All I would add is that you need to understand what the word grove. Go on my website to the research boxes, and it's under a religious research box. Most people think groves are where there are lots of trees. No, that's not exactly the way they're using it. Yes, there is a grove of trees where they are operating.
But it's an outdoor cathedral.